Well, good morning. It's Saturday, October 10th. It's about 7:15 in the morning. I just arrived at the trailhead, just about a quarter mile past mountain crossing Neal Gap. And it's still dark. I do see some lighting in the sky, and it is raining. So that's really kind of what I wanted as part of my experiment, sitting in the back of the car. I just got my my shoes, socks and shoes on, got my headlamp out, and my pack's ready. So I'm going to start up 7/10 of a mile to the AT, and I'm going to go east or southbound and to climb to the top of Blood Mountain, which is about another 1.25 miles, and then back. And just to finish up, a woman who's parked here was asking if I was Rob. I guess she's waiting for somebody to start their hike. So I'm going to get my rain gear on, and I got my headlamp on, and I'll start up the trail here in about 5 minutes, probably say about 7:20, and start my only, maybe, was it 2.1 miles, 2.2 miles up to the top of Blood Mountain. Nice 900-foot elevation gain once I get to the AT, so it's going to be an uphill hike the whole way. I'll fill you in more later. All right, I just reached the Appalachian Trail, and I'm going to head, I can't flip it once I get started. Oh well. Here, I'll look behind me. I'm going to head that way, up towards Blood Mountain. So should all be uphill. It's been all uphill, but a gentle uphill. This is, from here is a 13% grade to the top of Blood Mountain, and raining the whole time. But I'm learning why I take these training hikes. You know, a lot of it has to do with the unknown. And the first one, it was just, wearing the pack, finding the trail, just getting comfortable with that. Today, it's all about rain gear. And I have on my rain jacket and rain pants. I've learned the benefit of a rain jacket that has pit slips, so you can ventilate yourself. And it just removes this little seed of anxiety or doubt when you experience something firsthand. So, all right, check it off. Nothing to be worried about. You're gonna get wet, you're gonna get sweaty. Just, you deal with it. So onward now and up the mountain. You'll hear that sound, see that water? That's actually the trail. So with the rain, obviously water runs downhill, and it's just following the path I've been hiking up. So no matter how hard you try, no matter what you do, after a day of a few miles or multiple miles, your feet will be wet, which is something you have to be prepared for. My water just started getting through to my socks here in the last 2/10 of a mile. So nothing to be done about it. It's gonna be that way. And as we continue up my little stream, oh nope, there it is, still going. So more fun stuff. Well, still heading up Blood Mountain. I just want to show an example, a very short one, but there are parts of the AT where it goes miles and miles like this, and it's called the Green Tunnel. So lots of overhanging canopy, no views, coming into an opening. I'm not sure how far I am from the top of Blood Mountain, but I thought I lost the trail for a while. I didn't see a white blaze, and I just getting ready to turn around and look. I kept looking behind me, but on a giant boulder, there was a white blaze coming the other direction. So I guess it's not as fully marked as I thought it was. I still haven't seen one going southbound since I thought I'd missed the trail, but I did see one going the other direction, so that I'm on the right trail. Anyway, I was just going to show that green canopy or tunnel that's so popular. Must be getting near the top. There's a white blaze going up this rock formation, not even a rock formation, just the mountain. But I'm getting into tree line, so I'm assuming wind's blowing, it's foggy and raining. This is a beautiful day. Here's my view looking back from that little bush ahead of me. I was standing right below that. Lots of fog, probably a pretty view otherwise. It emerges the famous Blood Mountain Shelter. I think there's a historical plaque here somewhere. I'll find it so I can read about it, but it was built a long time ago. So I'll go take a tour. That's the trail I came up from the back of the building. This is the front. Blood Mountain Shelter, Chattahoochee National Forest. There's lots of rocks and giant boulders here. And this is the trail coming up. We're continuing to Springer Mountain. And there's the trail to a privy at the shelter down there somewhere. I imagine not too far. So, no one else here. Take a look inside the shelter. It's pretty cool. I think it was built in 1937. I read it somewhere, but I'll check when I get home. There's the camp log where people sign in. No glass in the windows, just open windows. There's another room. So a great place to sleep if you're in elements like this and you don't want to set up your tent. I don't even see any tent sites around here. It's all rock. I think I'll go out and look for some. All right, well, I am back in my car. I'm changed into some dry clothes. It rained, I would guess, the entire way. Sometimes it's hard to tell with raindrops falling from the trees. But it was a great shakeout hike, if you will, or just, getting the lay of the land and the ropes. Learned several, I think, important lessons I just wanted to mention so I don't forget. One, rain gear, it worked. You do sweat underneath it, but I think the temperature has to be right for the rain gear to be really effective. The colder it is, the more it offsets the sweat that you generate, and of course that helps you stay warm in colder temperatures. But actually, I was good in the rain gear the whole way. Probably the last, when I got off the AT back onto the Byron Reese Trail down to the car, I took off the rain pants and was fine. I could have probably hiked the whole hike without them, but I wanted to leave them on and just to see how it went. So plus for the rain gear, plus for the my headlamp, and I used it for the first half mile getting up to the AT trail this morning. Even though there was enough light then, it really helped. When I first started, it was dark, but it really helped once there was a little bit of light to see the. It helps with my depth perception. So the puddles of water just helped me place my steps. Another just nature. I'll tell you what, being out here, especially with the rain, it was really just awesome. It accentuates the sounds, sense of smell and sight. I mean, with my rain gear on and the hood from that I didn't have it on all the time, but sometimes it just sounded like raindrops were exploding. It was, big drops from trees and little drops from the rain that was falling. It was pretty cool. Also learned, especially coming downhill, but it applies uphill as well, that foot placement is so important for a couple of reasons. I had one slip. I didn't fall. I was right next to a little tree. I was able to put my arms around it. It kept me from falling. But you got to look 2 steps ahead. You got to look where your foot's going, but where's it going to go right after that? Because one, you have momentum going sometimes, and that can really screw you up. You may, turn and hit a big boulder with your pack, which changes your direction, or a tree with your pack, or just, not knowing where you're going to step, and you want to avoid coming down in water or on the side of a slippery rock or whatever, though this trail was covered with rocks or boulders. I mean, half this mountain was rock. Shoes did great, though. They weren't, I did slip at one time, but I think there was some mud that was on the spot of the side of the rock where my foot had gone down. So foot placement is really important. And also, over the course of the whole trail, going 3 to 5 million steps they talk about, it's not just foot placement from making sure you're not going to fall and you're not going to come down somewhere you shouldn't. That you're being present in the moment, and that was the thing. I was present the whole hike, and that's what I think helped with just understanding the sounds and just enjoying it as much as I did. But also, I was paying attention to where my feet were being placed. But being there was the pounding that I can tell that your knees are going to take over the course of 2,200 miles seems like it's going to be pretty considerable. And that the one thing you can do to minimize that is, as much as you can, come down with your foot in as level or straight a position as you can. Because each time you come down on a root or a rock, and it torques your ankle a little bit, which then torques your knee a little bit, that adds up over several million steps. So even if you minimize 10% of it, that's 10% better on your knee on the entire hike. So anyway, great day. Really enjoyed it. 4.4 miles from the car up to the top of Blood Mountain and back again. And that's it. I'm cleaned up and dry and getting ready to head home.